Alright guys, welcome back to the Drift Games YouTube channel. The big day is here. I'm finally going drifting. It seems like 72 years since we've been out drifting. We've been doing up the Drift Games 180SX since early this year. We've done so much work to it. Now it's finally time to button it all up, do an oil change, and then a couple of little changes mechanically and get it ready for a track day to actually go drifting in Mondello Park. I'm so excited. I'm not even sure I'm getting my words out right now, but it's been so long since we've been drifting. So it's time to start this thing up. Now, trying to avoid hitting anything because Mike has done such a good job of getting everything all cleaned up. Yeah, we're going to change the switch panel, I think, as well. We're just going to make sure the car is still running. That's a good sound. Oh, we have to turn on the ignition. See, it's been that long since I drove this car that I actually forgot how to start it. And there we go. So last year we ran this car with a 3.7 diff, and the reason we ran a 3.7 diff was because the gearbox was an RB25 gearbox and we didn't want to break them. So what we said was the less gear changing we do, the better, which meant we did the whole season pretty much in second gear, screaming the car on the limiter. That's good in one way because you don't mess up gear changes, but you also run out of legs on most tracks, which I did last year, and there wasn't enough power in the car really to go to third, or especially with the big turbo. So the fact that we have a very laggy car, the best thing you can do is shorten the ratios, which is what Mike is doing now, is put in a 4.3 diff. But because we have a Samsonas gearbox, we now don't have to worry about the gearbox. It's totally reliable. So instead of having just one gear change, we can now play around with third and fourth or second or whatever we want. So we're actually really transform the car and make it much more drivable, and I can't wait to see the difference because the lag in this car was ridiculous. Like, it barely spun wheels sometimes when you put grip into it because the turbo was so laggy, and you know, it was a RB25 gearbox. So this is a big transformation for the car. Even though we're not putting any more power in it or changing the setup, we are going to make it a much shorter ratio setup, which means
have more usable power.
It's more usable power, yeah. Instead of just being in one gear, the car was like an automatic last year. It was in one gear the whole season. Now we're going to be able to change gears, and when we've got such a cool gearbox, that's what you want to be doing, banging some gears on a Samsonas. So we've just put the 4.3 diff in the car, no issues there. So that's already welded when we bought it, so that's good to go. Let's drop the exhaust and a few other bits and pieces, but we got that done. I painted the front calipers on the car because we had to shave them back a little bit for the sealing.
This is the one job you did now.
The one job I did, it's not a great job, is paint the calipers because we had to shave back the caliper. It's rubbish.
The camera makes it look better.
Does it?
You can claim it as good.
Okay, can we edit that to make it look like it? So I just launched on some paint there just to cover over this bare metal. That was to make the wheels fit a little bit better. Just checked all the clearance issues on the front of the car. Everything looks good there. You can see Mike Schultz and everything, so it's all real nice and tidy. Now we're about to drop the oil out of the car, put some Mobil 1 in to make sure that she's serviced, and that is one of the best things you can do in between using your car, especially if it's been sitting up for a while, is change the oil, have a look through the oil, see if there's any issues with the car. Shouldn't be, and put some fresh Mobil 1 in. A little bit of alignment just here and there to make sure the car is okay, and then pretty much hit the track. Okay, so we've got the oil change done. This was supposed to be a simple job to get to the track, but now we've realized that we might need to do some alignment. We might have a wheel bearing gone, but I'm not going to bore you with all that because we've been waiting too long. We've been building this car for too long. Too many videos in this car being built and being fixed and all that stuff. You get the idea. The car will be ready. Tomorrow we are going to the track to test this thing for the first time, so let's just jump there right now. And magic, we're here in Mondello Park. The car is here. We're lowering tire pressures. We're doing some testing. I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't drifted a car in 4 or 5 months now, maybe. The car, we've tightened everything, we've checked everything, different diff ratios, sequential gearbox, everything we've put into the car now has to work in order to get a good test session in. What we're going to do, and the plan is we're going to just do some light runs to make sure everything's bolted back together properly. We've no issues with brakes or alignment or tracking. Make sure the gearbox works, make sure everything else works. and then we'll start sending it, because this is not a new car to me, so I can actually go a little bit hard at the end of the test session. And yeah, we're going to jump on board. We're going to talk you through everything that I'm feeling for the day, and it's a beautiful day in Mondello Park again. So yeah, conditions are perfect, car should be perfect. They never are, but this is a good chance for us to go and send the car and hopefully get this car ready and prepared for the Irish Drift Series this year, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, let's not talk anymore. We've done too much talking in this vlog. Let's go drifting. I want to give a big thank you to one of our partners here at Drift Games, Mobil 1 Oil. You'll see Mobil 1 Oil on every single one of my drift cars, and it is the only oil that I use because it keeps the engines cool and reliable throughout the entire season. We wouldn't use anything else, and we advise you guys to use the same. Check out their full range of lubricants on their website now. Alright, so we're out on the track. This is the first time I've been out in the car since we've changed everything. So I'm just going to do a couple of laps just to make sure everything's working. Feels nice. I'm in third gear at the moment, which I would never have been in last year. It was second gear all the time, so like it's boosting in third. Man, that's cool. That sequential gearbox is insane. So my plan now is just to, go around the track nice and easy, get the temperature into the car, warm the tires. Everything feels tight, but the car has been taken apart twice since we finished last season, so I just want to make sure everything's back together, everything's sitting nicely. At the moment it seems to be fine, there's no strange noises, nothing too untoward. It seems to be steering just as it was. That is so cool! Oh, that sequential gearbox is insane. Takes still a little bit of getting used to, I think. I think my seating position isn't as perfect as it was last year, so I'm going to try and adjust myself a little bit for that, but that's something we can easily fix. The temperatures look good, the car is running pretty good.
So, prediction?
I think positive, yeah. I think we might have to play around tyre pressure and stuff like that, but I don't think, look at it, it's perfect.
Fingers crossed.
Every bang you hear, you're like, what was that? And if the diff falls out, right, you're taking responsibility.
Why am I taking responsibility?
'Cause you put in.
No.
You put in.
No. So, Mike did the prop and I did the shaft. So
Oh no, I'm talking about if the whole thing falls out with all of us. Like, it's on the ground.
You know what, if it all comes off, then it's both of us.
Sure, if it does happen, we'll tell Dave we planned it so he'd get a winter. Right, that's what we'll tell him, we'll stick to that.
What? Yes, so...
Oh my god! Oh, this is the coolest thing I've ever had in a car. That's insane. Alright, so let's go for a couple of drift laps. The car feels pretty similar to how it did. Got a little bit of a wobble in the front steering, I think. So we're gonna have to, maybe that's a wheel balancing issue, but we can sort that out. It's not too bad, it's not too violent. So here would be our start line. So let's see how she comes off the line. Last year the turbo lag was so bad off the line. I was clutching and clutching and clutching. Let's hope this whole change of sequential gearbox and 4.3 diff has sorted it out. Let's see.
As far as first lap goes,
That makes me happy.
that was actually...
That makes me happy. Oh, backwards!
Was he backwards?
He threw it in big angle there.
See, naturally, it drives good. Let some smoke out. But naturally, I'm inclined to keep it in the gear because I'm afraid of changing gear. And straight away, I forgot that I can go down a gear. So I have to remember that. Secondly, I almost pulled the sequential
instead of pulling the handbrake. So I've got to get maybe some visual references on those so I don't mix them up. Let's try and throw another big angle run at it. On angle it feels pretty smooth, so I'm pretty happy with that. We might try and flick it into the first corner this time, see if we can get a little bit more flair on it, and maybe drop a gear just as we're coming to the slow section at the end. So this is just a way of me pretending I'm in a competition battle or a run. Down to first gear.
As the second lap goes, that was perfecto. I think Mike's stopping him to check all the temperatures, the things that Dave wouldn't check.
The Sequential transformed it. Like, normally I'm so slow off the line.
What gear you in?
That's third gear.
Third gear?
And I could probably go...
That was second before.
That was second. Now when I'm coming off the line, it's first, second, third, throw it in. However, Mike was right. This is very confusing at the corner of your eye.
Oh, don't tell me you've done it already.
No, so I entered, and that last run I entered, and I couldn't confidently say which was which. So I didn't use either, I just threw it in on angle. But at the last corner, the first time I did it, it bogged down. Second time, big angle, bang the gear, perfect. And like my run-up speed compared to last year is night and day. Like before I'd be kicking and kicking and kicking in first and second to get up the revs. Now it's just bang, bang, bang. But like temperatures are good, car's driving good, brakes are good, clutch is good. Like nothing really other than my own driving ability is stopping me from being good in this car, I think.
Alright, so now you've done your test runs, now it's the gangster
shit. I'm gonna try and do 3 backwards in 1 run maybe.
Okay.
And I'll probably end up in the gravel, but hey, let's try it.
God loves to try it.
Let's see where the limits of the car are now.
Backwards,
I don't even care he messed it up as long as he can go in the gravel. That's savage, that is.
I'm just trying backwards entries now. I'm just so comfortable straight away. I'm just trying stupid stuff. So we're pretty happy. Everything seems to be working pretty good. I'm just going to cool the car down. Then we're going to try an upshift in the drift, which I've never done before, is going up a gear mid-corner. But now I have the Sequential, I can do that. So the boys are saying I'm hitting the limiter in 3rd gear. So maybe do I go enter in 3rd, up to 4th, down to 3rd. We'll see. So much more to do because now you have the option of changing gear so much more, and it's so easy that you're not afraid of missing a gear, that at least when you do it you kind of have the confidence. Again, handbrake and Sequential are a little bit, you know, normally you're only dealing with this, or sorry, only with the handbrake, but now you're dealing with both, so yeah. That was 4th gear upshift, no problem at all.
I think he bailed out of that one. I think he was in for.
Something happened. Something happened. He fully let off there. Did you just stop? Yeah, well, no, it's okay. We didn't break that. Very, very good. Very good. You're in reverse there, yeah. Very good. I'm just so hot.
It's like ridiculously hot there.
It's like a sauna.
It's so hot. It's like I just want a breather.
Car wants to cool down there as well.
It's running away from you. No more.
Stop, will ya? Petro.
Works though.
Very good.
Works perfect.
It was a lot better that last time when you pulled forward there now. We didn't hear the limiter once.
No, I can pull fourth, third, whatever you want.
Take your pick, you can run them all.
Like you can run third and stay. I'd say if you're chasing, you'd probably stay third because it's a bit more work.
If
at
you're
fourth.
leading,
But if you're leading fourth, they'll give you more pace, like way more.
you could
pace.
tell you went into that corner way more
that corner
pace.
was fairly cool now, I must say. Angle, everything's fine. The tracking, okay, it was tracked last night.
Just the balance on the front wheels.
It's just a vibration.
It's like just a violent vibration.
I
Like
should
that.
just get used to driving bad jokes, sorry.
But you know what? It's so close to a good yoke. That's the thing.
No, we still need to leave a little
I'd
bit
say
bad.
just balance the front wheels and done. Like the car is ready to go. Like I never at one point in the entire section there
Question it.
felt like I was going to lose control or spin at any point. Like I was backwards in
And
the
you
back
looked
corner
like-
every time. No,
Even on there, technically you lost it, but you still technically sold.
Well, once you don't go in the gravel, that's...
no,
not
I just
losing.
straightened the wheel and then can give yourself some more lock
Yeah.
again, so it was fine. But it's so fun to drive, like so fun to drive.
Good.
You should drive it.
Now?
You should drive it, yeah. Go get your suit and go drive it. It's so much
do,
fun.
Do I have to have a suit?
You don't have to have a suit. You just have a helmet.
Give me a helmet.
Jump in, have fun. It is serious. It's like imagine Adam saying, "Car is perfect, nothing's wrong with it. We're ready to go.
Josh, drive it. Drop yourself
Give it
back.
to Josh."
I'm only doing one run. If I chance it one run and get away with it, I'm
See what
fine.
temperature's on.
Oh, there we go. It's the first time driving a sequential. Oh, the sound of it is unreal. Oh my God.
What do you think, Mike? Will he do all right? I think he'll do
I'll
all right.
tell you, I'd bait him with this now if he breaks a bumper or side skirt or anything.
Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, I don't even know what to say. It's such a strange feeling with a sequential. The car's just, I don't even know what to do. There's so much to play with. Holy mackerel!
Just one run, oh yeah, I'll just do one run.
Well, I did a rubbish first one, so I was like, I've got to redeem myself somehow.
You want a sequential now for MX-5, yeah?
Why did you let me drive it? Why?
That's my fault. I'm so sorry. All right, there you go, guys. I am over the moon. The car is better than it's ever been. The sequential has transformed it. The diff ratio has transformed it. I actually don't even really need to do much more testing. It actually is ready to go for the first round of the Irish Drift Series. I have never been so comfortable in the car. It just is exactly the way I want it. It was a brilliant car last year. Now it's an amazing car. What do you guys think? I think it's serious. Like, we had so much fun today. Josh even got a couple of laps in it. So the next time we'll see this car is at the Irish Drift Series. Or we might do some tandems with Josh at a later date. We'll see what we do. We might do some tandem stuff. But anyway, irregardless, I'm over the moon. Like, you put so much time, money and effort into these cars, and they often break and they often don't work out as well as you imagine, but this thing is beyond my expectations. So to everybody that's worked on the car, you've done an amazing job. I can't wait to get behind the wheel properly with my hands on in that competition now and start going on some doors.